Hi, everybody. Wait a minute. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the St. Mythbehavin podcast. I've got some good news if you enjoy listening to the podcast, and bad news if you don't, I guess. But then why would you be listening? Actually, none of that makes sense. Let's just continue on. The good news is that we will be returning at the end of January. Anna and I will be back on the airwaves, so to speak. New episodes starting the last Sunday of January and going ahead from there monthly, I think, for now. And then we might have a live show coming up in May. It's just very exciting. So look forward to more announcements on that. But thanks for hanging in with us. And I hope you're enjoying these Ain't Mythbehavin podcasts. And we will be back with you in January. But in the meantime, have a blessed day. Bye. All right, so you ready with the intro?
Oh dear. Yes, I guess I am. So
Great. You sound really confident about it, too.
I definitely had thought about it before you said it.
You knew this was coming. You knew.
Yeah, but I've only just got up. I'm sorry. Welcome to Ain't Mythbehaving, the podcast about legends from people who are. I'm your host, Anna Domini, and I'm joined, as ever, by my partner in crime against comedy, history, literature. Wow. We do a lot of crimes here. Crime is a social construct.
It's crimes against the humanities.
Nice. That's very good.
Yeah.
And fellow quip enthusiast, Matthew Shadon. How are you feeling, Matthew?
I'm feeling pretty epic today. How are
Excellent.
I'm doing all right. How are you doing today, Anna?
I'm okay. I'm feeling more like I've sort of, and I feel like I say this a lot, but I feel like I've just come to the end of like an epic thing where, you know, the hero is just like exhausted.
Right.
Like for me, just everyday life is an epic adventure, but not in a memorable good way.
You're constantly at that point in the hero's journey where you've emerged from the underworld.
Yeah.
Defeated and changed and ready to like face what's next, but then it's like it turns out there was another underworld coming up.
Yeah, totally. How about you? Have you done anything epic this week?
Oh, I tested myself on the field of battle.
Oh.
And won great glory for my house.
Tell me more.
In that I went to the carnival and I won some prizes for my baby.
Excellent. You've definitely been like activating that caveman hunting feel for your clan, your tribe.
It turns out that I guess so. Like I'm American. I don't know if people got that.
Really?
I don't know if you knew that.
Oh my god! I've known you for what, like 5 years?
I know.
And we like the first gig I did for you was a fundraiser for the ACLU on the eve of Trump's inauguration, and I had no idea. You hide it so well.
But it's so weird that it hasn't come up, or it's so weird that you just never listen to what I say.
That's much more likely to have been it. Yeah.
Yeah. Despite that, I've never fired a gun or owned a gun or anything like that. But apparently it's just like in my blood because when I go to the carnival, it turns out I'm really good at those games where you shoot a BB gun at like a little target and win a prize. And yeah, so I'm like... Do
you just like, when you do it, it's like the phrase like, get off my lawn, just going through your head on repeat.
Yeah. That's kind of it.
Good for nothing's on my property.
Yeah. I'll show them a thing or two. It's just, it's like, make fun of me, will they? Never make fun of me again. No. That's dark. But yeah, it's like, Alice is like, it's eerie to watch me do it because I'm very calm and very accurate.
I've never seen you be either of those things either, so.
It's true. Yeah. But I won a little squid or like little octopus, which are very popular these days.
That's cute. That sounds really adorable and pure and innocent. It was adorable. And
even more adorable, I wanted an orangutan.
Aww.
That was a bigger prize. I had to knock down a bunch.
Really nice, like instilling your son with like a care for the natural world and like an admiration of nature's beauty.
Yeah. And then and the last one I won is a yellow doll with eerily lifelike human teeth in it. It's upsetting for everyone to look at.
It is so upsetting. I feel like you're going to have undone all your good work that I was just praising there with this horrifying toy. I think that we should put a picture somewhere on the Patreon, if that's possible, as a special treat to haunt the nightmares of our Patreon subscribers.
Maybe we'll just make that the thumbnail for this episode.
Oh,
It's just the upsetting teeth. Well, the thing is, if people want to follow my Instagram, there's a picture of it there, mshadorn at mshadorn. Or if you just want to send us an email at samemisbehavinpod@gmail.com. There's no G in behaving, but there is one in Gmail. We'll just send you a picture there, direct right in your inbox.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, it's an upsetting toy. It's
so
got
upsetting.
weirdly lifelike teeth and like these eyes, which are kind of half closed. Like
They look like the toy has been doing some drugs.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of red around the eyes as well.
The toy looks like he's in the dark end of a meth bender. And his.
I mean,
and
at
all
least
his
the teeth aren't meth teeth. That would be worse.
That would be worse. But I was like,
or better,
I feel like
I don't know.
maybe. No, I think that'd be worse. I feel like, I mean, they're needlessly lifelike, which is like, they look really like real teeth. And some people have commented on the image and been like, those aren't real teeth, right? And I was like, nah, probably not.
Exactly. What you should do is cut one out and put it in a glass of Coke. See if it dissolves. Because if it does, it's real teeth, and if
Yeah.
it doesn't, it's plastic.
Wouldn't
That's a
most
simple
things dissolve?
experiment you can do.
If just left in Coke.
Well, no, like metal. I guess like you can put a penny in Coke and it gets clean, so the dirt comes off. But
yeah.
Coke actually rots your teeth. So whereas if it's plastic, I guess it would take longer. I don't know.
The thing to do,
I'm not very scientific.
and I hate to give up any from my collection, but I could take one of the human teeth I have laying
Jesus.
around here
What?
and just put both in there and then see which one dissolves the most. But I'd hate to lose that tooth because
It was hard won. Where did you get it from? Is that another carnival?
no. Oh my god.
No, that was actually just a straight up duel.
No, it was my tooth.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
it is
okay
my
then.
tooth. I mean, it's my tooth now.
Well, it's your teeth
But,
now. Yeah, of course.
No, it's my tooth. It was one of my wisdom teeth. You know, when you get your wisdom teeth, have you ever had your wisdom teeth taken out?
No.
Okay, well, if you have to, if you just ask, they will give you your teeth.
Right.
And so when they take them out, I'm like, why wouldn't I want to keep my teeth?
I don't know what's worse, the idea of like having my teeth just hanging around in my own home or like just in the rubbish. Like
See?
both are kind of a bit disturbing, aren't they?
Yeah.
They should
It's
just
fun to
stay in
look
your
at
mouth.
Yeah. The thing that was craziest is like the molars so the wisdom teeth are molars, they're huge. And then there were like these crazy, like the roots that came down were like crazy. They had like
Yeah.
tree roots.
Yeah.
And they like kind of swirled in different directions. You're like, that doesn't seem very organized, but it's fun. And I had 4 at one point. Somewhere I lost one, or
Oh my
maybe
God.
it was stolen by an ex.
I
don't know.
think it was stolen by the toy.
The toy.
Yeah, well, his name's Eric, isn't it?
Eric, yeah.
I think Eric stole that tooth. It's now
I think
in his head.
I do a tooth count every night on Eric in the fear that one day he'll just be like, why do you have, yesterday you had 20 teeth and now you have 21 teeth and one of these
Oh my
teeth is
God.
bloody.
Yeah.
And where'd you get it from? Anyways.
Well, no, maybe it's more of a mysterious curse whereby Tavish is never going to grow any teeth, and they're all just going to grow into Eric's mouth.
He needs teeth. Anyways.
You should have thought that through before you chose this horrifying, monstrous toy.
My thought behind that is everybody has one toy that they look back on as an adult and they're like, what the hell? Why did my parents let me have this? Or like, why was this part of my childhood, you know?
I'm
So,
not sure that's true. I think that might have just been part of your childhood.
Is that just me? Maybe I'm internalizing the number of ceramic clowns I had in my room as a child.
Just projecting them onto everyone
Projecting
else.
that on everybody else. Well,
Yeah, I
you had a lot of
don't remember having a horror toy.
No.
No. Oh, actually,
Do
it
parents
wasn't-
count?
Yeah, exactly. No, there was. It wasn't really mine. It was more belonged to my sisters, but because my mum was doing her midwife training when. You can kind of see where this is going.
Yeah.
When my sisters were kind of toddlers, and she brought home like a model womb where it's like, I don't really know why you need a model of it. I guess like they didn't have computers as readily available, so you can just watch like videos but yeah, anyway. So it was like basically a doll and like pretend like pelvis and like a fabric placenta. Umbilical cord and
Okay.
and like you just like put the doll through the pelvis to like simulate a baby coming out. And so it was like, it appealed to my sisters because it was a doll, right? And it was just like, a toy. But it was like, a fairly lifelike representation of quite a horrendous process. The miracle of birth.
Sure. No,
So yeah, I guess that was kind of the closest thing, I think. But yeah, all my trauma came from my parents' behaviour rather than any objects, I guess.
Well, this is the most trauma, hopefully, that Tavish will have to endure.
Well, that's the thing. And like some people go through life never having had any trauma, and you can tell, and they're not very empathetic. So, as much as you're going to be great parents, I think you're right. You need to introduce an element of like humbling, horrifying experience with Eric.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be too cliche, but I'd rather like have Tavish have a more Addams Family upbringing than say like Leave It to Beaver or whatever. I think
if it's going to cost him a few teeth, but make him a better rounded person.
If he'll be haunted every day for the rest of his life by
it'll be worth it if he never votes Conservative.
Exactly, yeah. This is how I'm ushering him into adulthood. It's like there's scary things out there, and sometimes they're in here with a house with us.
Yeah, it's a good lesson. Is he is he a dual citizen?
Yeah.
So does that mean he can vote in two places, or does he have to pick?
I think he could probably vote in two places, but since he's not a resident of a state, his vote in America would be purely like just for show.
Right. Okay. Like all of them in First Past the Post.
No.
Yeah. Am I right? I think I'm right.
No, I think you're right. There's I don't know, whatever. I've seen research that says that there's absolutely no fair way of voting. So
exactly.
There's no way that everybody's going to be happy or
right.
that everybody's going to get what they want.
What a bleak thought for a Sunday morning.
Democracy, it's the worst form of government except for all the others.
Yeah.
So
talking of, I don't know, freedom.
Democracy.
In a way. Yeah. Who is today's legend?
Well, talking of democracy, Anna, we're taking a trip back to the founders of democracy, ancient Greece.
Ah.
Yeah, see? This is how...
I just thought we were naturally ambling towards that conversation, and you somehow steered me towards talking about politics. What a genius segue.
This is why I'm such a good host.
Oh, but wait, I'm the host.
Oh, do you think you're the host?
Oh, gosh. Oh, man, I've just been reverse hosted. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You just got hosted.
Oh, my God. You're going to introduce that to every gig you MC now, aren't you?
Just at the end of every... By the way, ladies and gentlemen, you just got hosted.
Mic drop.
Mash the door now.
Yeah.
Then throw a mic. I'm going to stop doing... I'm not going to do mic drops anymore. I'm going to physically throw a mic at an audience member.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
I guess that would be better for the mic because it won't be hitting the ground, but
probably,
less good for maybe less good for our marketing retention numbers. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, mic drops seem fun, but then in reality, you're just like, oh, this venue probably doesn't have that many mics that they can afford if I break this mic.
Yeah.
Bring my own mics if I want to do mic drops.
Or like a decoy mic that's made of cardboard.
Get one of those big inflatable mics that you see at weddings in the photo booth. And
anyways. So yes, what ancient Greek in particular? Or is it in
Anna,
general?
Are you familiar with a gentleman by the name of Daedalus?
Yes, actually, because I play Hades, the game on Switch. So Daedalus was a blacksmith, like a blacksmith to the god. Is that right?
Yeah, he was an inventor.
Okay.
He was a famous inventor. Do you know anything else about Daedalus?
No. I'm going to say no. Because in Hades you find weapons that Daedalus made, and one of them.
Yeah.
And there's a special hammer, anvil, something that he used.
All right. We'll get into he has a kind of a famous family.
Oh, okay.
Or a more famous family member, which we'll get to.
Right.
But mostly the story's about Daedalus.
Okay, cool. That's all I know is that he makes tool weapons.
He does make tools. Great job.
Thank you. So I feel like the previous ones, they've been about the Bible, so it's kind of not impressive that I know a tiny bit about that. Whereas with this, it's I feel like if I was, I don't know, I feel like it's less common knowledge or less more impressive knowledge for me to have. I don't know.
It is. But there's a number of things that I think once we go on, you'll be like, oh, I've heard of that.
Right. Yeah, probably.
But Daedalus is maybe not the part of the story that you remember.
Right. Okay.
But Daedalus is an interesting figure, and so we're basically telling his story today.
On which this whole thing is grounded.
So Daedalus is first mentioned roughly around 1400 BCE by Homer in his portrayal of Achilles' shield. He was explaining how Achilles' shield was created by Daedalus. And it is clear that in that Daedalus is not an original character to Homer, but he's referring to like somebody that everybody would know.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, it's made by Daedalus.
Yeah.
And everybody like, oh, Daedalus, cool. Must be a good shield. Right?
Yeah.
So Daedalus isn't mentioned again until the 5th century BCE, but he's always hailed as a great architect, a skilled inventor, and a master craftsman. His incredible inventions and constructions were known and admired throughout many lands. And many people believe that he was a real person who was later mythified.
Yeah.
Just like turned into a myth. The name Daedalus derives from the Greek word daedalo, which means to work with skill.
No, damn it.
Yeah. No, to work with skill, to make kind of things.
Cool.
Yeah. Why would you think that?
Why would I think it was to make?
Oh, yeah.
I think it might have came up a little bit in biblical Greek, which is obviously different from ancient, but it's kind of similar.
So he is said to have discovered several well-known tools, such as the axe, the plumb line, the drill, masts, and figureheads. I don't know why figureheads of ships is...
What do you mean by discovered? Like, kind of like...
He invented.
Found
I don't know.
them.
Well, yeah, I guess discovered is a weird word here.
Because, like, 1400 BCE, like, people would have already had axes, right?
Right.
I'm guessing.
Well, yeah. So maybe he didn't make an axe. And also masts, I feel like he probably didn't make masts either. I feel like that's been around for a while. But he's, you could say him making like a drill, like inventing that.
Okay.
He's also credited with inventing the pottery wheel.
Okay.
Yeah. He was.
I'm hard to please. Clearly, not impressed.
Yeah, I don't know. It was 1400 BC. They didn't have a lot of stuff. It was probably really easy to like. I don't know. Anyways, he made all kinds of like little inventions, and he was very famous for doing things. And he was considered to be a superb sculptor who made statues that looked real, highlighting the details of the face. And so it was just like he would make these statues that were so highly detailed that once on Corinth, Hercules felt that a statue was a real fighter and was about to attack him, and he decapitated it with his club.
That is the way to honor real art, is by getting very aggressive with it.
It was like, I mean, this is the highest compliment. It's like he thought it was real.
I mean, that just makes me think very less well of Hercules. Have we done Hercules yet?
No.
Will we? But I imagine we
probably.
will. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our trailer. There we go. Trailing the next episode.
No, probably wait on Hercules a bit. But yeah, Hercules, not very smart, I think. I think it's in mythology, it's pretty much considered that Hercules is not the sharpest tool in the shed, as it were. The shed, of course, being invented by Daedalus.
I was about to say, clearly not a tool made by Daedalus.
No. So Daedalus had a son, and his name was Icarus.
Oh, okay.
Do you see now where we're going? All right. And I tried to figure out who his mother was. And
obviously, she doesn't matter.
I guess not. It's really funny because I'm like, the mom doesn't factor into this story at all. And it's always about Daedalus and Icarus when you read the myths. And the only reference I could find to the mother was that her name was Momulus.
That sounds fucking made up.
That was, because the only reference I could find was on the Disney wiki for the Hercules
Oh, that's almost
TV
certainly
show.
not true then.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, at first I was like Mumulus, and then I was like, oh no, Daedalus and Momulus. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Wow. And
So,
Hercules, Icarus had a little sibling called Babylus.
Yeah, exactly. So
I don't think that was her name.
No, I couldn't figure it out. So we'll just say she's of an unknown mother. So Icarus, by accounts, he did not share his father's knack for invention.
Which must mean that his mother was a dumb bitch, right? That's why she doesn't deserve to be named.
I think
she had
invention,
all the poor genes.
It just skips a generation, right? That kind of genius. So that makes me sad for my son. He won't have my level of genius.
I was gonna say happy for, but Alice is very smart, so if it does a generation, then that's yeah. I thought you were saying that you were a genius.
Yeah, no, I am.
Well, we can never know because we can never know by looking at Tabit because
he's got a giant head, so presumably big brain.
No
as well.
offense, he has kind of a giant everything.
Yeah,
he's just a giant baby.
He is a very big baby. Oh my God, Alice charted him on the when you have a baby, they give you this red book to to chart stuff about his health and stuff. And she weighed him and charted his health, and he's off the scale now.
Wow,
he's beyond 99.6% percentile, which is as high as the chart goes.
Amazing.
So he's officially no longer human, I guess.
You should look into this and see if there's a Guinness World Record for because obviously there's highest birth weight is a world record, but maybe there's heaviest at age 6 months or whatever. You could
He might win that, yeah.
You should. Like, that'd be a really cool thing to show him when
he was the world's biggest 7-month-old. To show him when I'm in a wheelchair, because he's destroyed my body.
Yeah, I was going to say from carrying him, yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say, like, my back was a bit sore on Friday afternoon, and I just had him on my lap for a few minutes.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, he's so unwieldy. I'm like, I really want him to be able to walk soon, because otherwise I don't think my body will hold out. And then Alice was like, why do you want him to walk? It's going to be so much more headache. And I was like, no, just not having to carry him
the gravity,
100% of the time.
The battle with gravity is causing you too much strain. Yeah, I mean, when we hang out, when my notice is finished, and you're like, oh, we can hang out all the time, me and Tavish, it's like, that'll be, instead of me getting a gym membership, it's just exactly. Like occasionally picking him up.
Yeah, exactly. You should mention that. That was an epic thing.
Yeah, that was kind of an epic thing. We could edit it back to the beginning if you want.
Nah, there's no point.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll just save it for next week.
Yeah, but no, you quit your job, which I think is a good and epic, and So Icarus, not quite the inventor that his father was, but Daedalus had a nephew who was placed under his care. His sister, who is named Perdix.
Oh, well, she gets a name.
Yeah, placed her son under his charge to be taught the mechanical arts as an apprentice.
Yeah.
So the nephew, well, see, here's the thing, is the nephew is called either Perdix, Talos, or Kalos.
Okay.
Though some people say that Perdix is actually the name of Daedalus' sister.
Yeah.
So either her name is Perdix or she has no name.
Okay.
Or
so if we're being equal, we can say her name's Perdix and choose one of the other two options for the nephew.
Yeah. So Talos is, I think, one of the more common ones.
I think I have heard of Talos.
Yeah. So we'll say Talos. So Talos was very skilled as an apprentice.
I bet Icarus loved that.
Yeah. And he showed striking signs of ingenuity. Finding the spine of a fish on the seashore, he took a piece of iron and notched it on the edge and thus invented the saw.
Okay.
He invented the saw. I don't know how they were. I mean, because Daedalus had presumably invented the axe like a few years before. So it's like, how were people cutting things?
Yeah. But, like, I don't quite get how a fish skeleton would be strong enough to act as a saw blade.
No, he was just inspired by it.
Oh, okay.
He's like, oh,
he
this
wasn't
shape.
making
and then he was like,
saws out of fish.
No.
Okay.
He was like, oh, what if this but metal? And then it was like,
okay. That makes a lot more sense.
He also invented the compass, not the compass for directions, like the compass like you would use on a map.
Circles.
Yeah.
That's a lot easier compass to invent, to be fair.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what was it?
Like the direction one is a lot more complex, whereas the circle one's like
that's a pretty simple. I think after he invented that, people were like, oh, right, yeah, okay.
It's the difficult second invention, you got your first one, saw, that's pretty big. This is a pretty big deal, and then everyone's expecting, like, comes along to hear what your next idea is, and it's like, I can draw circles now. Yeah,
I found one website that said he invented the lathe, the saw, and diabetes.
And thus he's the hero of America.
Yeah, he's I don't know, I was like, wait,
how do you invent diabetes?
I don't know. I'm like, is this a typo? But I was like, what would it be a typo for?
Yeah.
I was like, maybe he discovered diabetes, like he's like, this is a thing.
Diagnosed it.
He diagnosed it, but
maybe
then also
he invented a test for diagnosing. No, that definitely can't have happened 100 years.
You know how diabetes is one of those things that people discovered kind of early on.
Okay.
And then the way that they figured it out is like if ants would like swarm on your pee, because when you're diabetic, there's a lot of sugar in it. So they were so they would figure out that like if your pee was sweet or smelled sweet, I think it was just like literally like in ancient Greece they had kind of figured that out. Anyways,
cool.
So Talos, extremely talented young man, perhaps too talented, because
do you relate, Matthew?
I can. I mean, I'm sure you were a very precocious young child, and everybody was just like, oh, this kid again, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So Daedalus became quite jealous of Talos's talents.
Oh, okay. I would have thought Icarus would be, but
no, Icarus doesn't care. He's living his best life. He's just hanging out. It's like his dad is just like, why aren't you better?
He's just like the nice but dim one, basically. And then Daedalus is threatened.
Yeah, he's not threatened by Icarus. He's like,
he's threatened by his nephew.
Yeah, he's threatened by his nephew, who's it's like the son he never had, because his own son was such a fuck up. But then his son doesn't care if he's a fuck up.
Yeah.
Anyways, so he's very jealous of Talos, and one day Daedalus walked with Talos to the Acropolis, and Talos missed a step and fell off a cliff and lost his life.
Oh my god!
But another version says Daedalus pushed him. Mm-hmm.
So I feel hang on. These two brilliant inventors, they're going up some steps, and one of them falls to their death. Why didn't either of them invent the handrail to prevent this happening?
Maybe that was the thing. Like right after that, it was just like, oh, you know what would have helped here?
I don't want to be callous about it, but it seems like.
Hey, Kalos.
Thank you. Took you a second there.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
the problem with many of my jokes. They take a while and then they're not worth it.
Yeah. But I think that if it was murder, which I believe it was murder,
it seems pretty suspicious.
Yeah. I saw a 5-part Netflix documentary on this called The Stairwell. And I think it was murder. That was my conclusion.
Okay.
But no, if it was murder, then like you're like, oh, handrails would only hinder my ability to murder.
Yeah. So Daedalus probably had the idea and then was like, no. but then on the other hand, that would have been a good way to make himself look innocent if he was like, I'm so traumatized by my very accident death. I'm going to invent something to prevent anyone else dying like
emphasize how it was extremely accidental, totally accidental.
No one could have seen it coming.
But then he was like, oh, but I invented this thing called the handrail.
So his death wasn't in vain.
Yeah, it's real proof of concept there. So Daedalus pushes him, and it is said that Athena saved the nephew by turning him into a partridge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and which is a type of partridge. There's a type of partridge called a perdix, which has the same name, which is why people think that his name was Perdix. But anyways, so when the mother found out, she killed herself.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, and Daedalus was tried and convicted of murder.
Excellent.
And he was, because the people of Athens, I didn't say this, I think I said this before, but he was in Athens. The people of Athens were so, like, indebted to Daedalus for all the things he'd invented.
Yeah.
His punishment was exile. So they exiled him from the city.
Classic.
So they were like, no,
separate the art from the artist.
Yeah. So, yeah, they were like, you killed that one boy, but you also invented glue. So,
everyone has their flaws.
Yeah. So, and now you've given us this great idea for handrails, which may help.
So basically, nothing changes really, because he could have been done a horrible sex crime, but been a promising Harvard swimmer, for example.
Right.
And so he'd let off because similar thing.
It's a tough thing. Well, I guess when somebody like invents something like an axe, and you're like, well, this guy invented the axe.
They can clearly defend themselves.
Well, no, I'm just saying because before this we had to chew through wood with our teeth.
We'll give you one murder for.
We'll give you one murder.
Saving
us
from. God, teeth are coming up a lot in this episode.
Too many teeth. But yeah, so it's just I don't know. I guess they were just like, well, otherwise we were totally fucked without you, and so maybe he'll invent something else useful. But you can't do it around here, buddy.
Go menace some other people.
Yeah, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Actually, you can't stay at your home either. You have to go.
Yeah, but if the only motive for his doing that crime was, he was very threatened because it was a family member who was more talented than him. Surely, like, if he didn't have any other enemies, then I guess he wasn't a threat.
Yeah,
so
I guess
maybe that was the thinking. Like, if he was far away from anyone he knew, then there would be no enemies that he
I think this is classic modern late-stage capitalism that we live in. Because it's like, you have the big companies, the established brands like Daedalus.
Yeah.
And they're seeing innovation from smaller companies, and they're just mercilessly crushing them.
Yeah.
Or buying them up and suppressing what they're doing because they interfere with the larger companies' business models.
Yeah.
Right? And then it's like, and this is how, like, they're like, oh, capitalism breeds innovation. It's like, no, it's like there are all these people at the top and they're actually suppressing innovation because it fucks with their business model and blah, blah, blah. So this is the same kind of thing. Excellent.
A hero for our time.
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to say, when you were saying about how he's like got all these little inventions that you can get, I was going to be like, so he sounds a bit like, I don't know, I don't want to say Jeff Bezos, but like, here's some more crap you don't need, and that feeds my ego.
Yeah, Elon Musk.
Yeah, any of them.
Yeah.
Fuck them all.
Yeah.
So would be good in a casserole. That's
Hey, that's good. So anyways, Daedalus.
Do you think we should clarify we don't actually condone cannibalism even of billionaires? Or
yes.
Just leave that hanging?
Officially, we don't condone it, but, whatever. Your life. Anyways, so Daedalus left. The thing is, like, Daedalus gets exiled, and then, like, I guess Icarus has to come with him because he's a single parent. But it's like, it sucks for Icarus because it's like, well, I didn't murder anybody. How come I have to switch schools? You know? So Daedalus, he left for Crete, where he was welcomed with open arms by King Minos.
Ah.
And you're like, Matthew, who's King Minos?
Didn't he become the Minotaur?
No. Don't get ahead of yourself here. I feel when you try to guess,
Yeah.
you just embarrass yourself.
Yeah, that was embarrassing, especially as I bloody know the name of the Minotaur as well, and I've forgotten it now.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll bring that up later. The Minotaur does come up later, but you're a little off base.
See, but I had some sense of the foreboding there, so
Yeah.
you got to give me credit for that, at least.
Sure, you get partial credit.
Thank you. I'll take it.
Yeah. So King Minos is the king of Crete, and when his father died, there was a claim to the throne by him and his two brothers, and they went to the temple of Poseidon. And,
Asterius, that was it.
Yeah, it's Asterius, but wait until we get to Asterius.
Okay, you can cut that out, and then I'll you could be like, you could introduce Asterius, and I'll be like, the Minotaur. Anyway, yeah, it's the whole thing now.
Okay, so they went to the temple of Poseidon, and he said, Poseidon favors me, and he will send a sign that he favors me.
Okay.
And then broadly gestured to the ocean. And then, in what must have been a pants-shitting relief to Minos, a pure white bull came out of the sea onto the shore. And he was just like, oh my God, I
can't
cannot
believe that
worked. Holy shit. Okay. And so this bull walks up on the shore, and King Minos is like, when I become king, I will sacrifice this bull to Poseidon as a sign of my gratitude. So great. So now everybody else is like, well, shit, I wish I'd have pointed at the ocean in the hopes that livestock would pop out.
That's my sea cow.
Maybe King Minos favors me, said his brother. And then a dead chicken washed up on the shore. And it's like, no, probably not. Anyways, King Minos, he promised to sacrifice the bull to the god when he became king. However, when he became king, he's like, actually, this is a pretty nice bull here. So I think I'm going to keep it.
Yeah.
So he decided to sacrifice a different bull and then just keep this white bull for himself. Hoping that the all-powerful god would not notice or care. Because
that's always, that always goes well.
Yeah. Poseidon, however, saw what happened and decided to get revenge on Minos.
Fair enough.
Through his wife,
who also doesn't have a name,
Pasiphae. No,
okay.
She's got a name. She's pretty awesome.
Sounds like pacifism.
Yeah,
we like.
No.
Oh, sad. Okay.
So Pasiphae was the daughter of Perse, one of the Oceanids, and Helios, the god of the sun.
Oh, okay.
So she's an immortal goddess or demigoddess. Anyways, who's married the king. As revenge, Poseidon, with the help of Aphrodite, made King Minos' wife, Pasiphae, lust for the bull.
Okay.
And so she made this poor woman fall in love with the bull, right?
How is that a punishment? I mean, I guess his pride, but surely that just means that Pasiphae is being punished for Minos's crime.
Yeah, it's again, this is the problem with God in general and gods. I mean, this is the problem with, like, when we talked about King Solomon last month, where it was like, God is like, I'm mad at Solomon, I guess I'll kill his boy, and it's like, no, just kill Solomon.
Yeah.
Don't kill innocent people. Don't make this innocent lady fuck a bull. Like, it's really stupid.
Also, like, I feel like that's not a normal. It's not a normal, like, way of doing justice as well. It's like, right, the only way we're gonna make up for this slight on the gods is a bit of forced bestiality, please.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not.
I don't know.
That's not the gods I want.
I feel like the gods. It seems like they every time in one of these, they're just like up on Mount Olympus, like really angry. And they do like a line of cocaine, like the world's longest line of cocaine.
Let's think of the most batshit punishment we could do.
Yeah, and they're like, it's like, I'm going to kill him. No, killing's too good. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make his wife fall in love with somebody else.
A bit of livestock.
Yeah, what's the worst thing I can have?
I guess it's a creative use of the bull, like, given that was the gift and then the source of the betrayal.
Here's what I think is a fun use of the bull. Turn the bull into a giant monster and have it ravage the kingdom, like, have it do that. Like, have it fuck up the kingdom.
Doesn't it do that?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not directly.
Just stays
so anyways,
in a weird relationship for the rest of its time. Can I just interject and say that I just did something quite legendary, which is just now
breaking
while you
news.
were talking. Yeah, this just in. There's a bin about 3 meters away from me in the room, and I just threw a bit of tissue into the bin after using it from quite far away, whilst still conversing, and sat down, and I'm pretty proud of that.
Great. Good job, Anna.
I think the message of this podcast should be anyone can be a legend, and you should be proud of all your smallest achievements.
Yeah. Be proud of what you do, folks. If you just treat yourself. When you get every little victory is worth celebrating.
There we go.
So thank you for bringing that up. So
it was getting a bit dark. I thought let's bring the light back.
Yeah. So, okay. So poor Pasiphae, she's horny for this bull. She doesn't know what to do about it.
She grabbed
So
the bull by the horns.
So she calls Daedalus.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, "Hey Daedalus, you're a great inventor." He's like, "Yeah. Could you invent something for me?"
You just moved to town.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Can you invent for me a
bull condom?
He's like, "I want your help with something," and he's like, "Yeah, anything. You're the queen. I'll do anything to help. Whatever you need help with."
It's a bit weird. It's like, no, you're the queen. It's fine.
It's fine. No, hey, you can say anything to me. It's it's queen inventor confidentiality. Whatever you want. So she asked Daedalus to make a hollow wooden cow.
So he invented the sex doll.
Kind of, yeah. Or I don't know.
Should have led with that.
They invented furryism or whatever. Like. She's like, so he invents this hollow wooden cow that she can climb inside, and it's covered in cowhide.
Oh god! So it's not really a sex doll; it's more a costume for her to wear, so she can get. Oh,
exactly. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Which, yeah.
And I bet that when they were exiling him to Crete, the Athenians they knew that this kind of shit was going to go down. So he was like, "I've got away with it. I'm just being exiled," and they were like, "We're going to make a mockery of your very art and talents by having you turn them to this degrading stuff." Yeah.
Yeah, it does feel like a real step down, which is like, man, I invented the pottery wheel. Now I'm making sex costumes for bulls.
Also, did you say it was made of wood?
Yeah.
So he would have had to use Taylor's invention of a saw. That makes it even more humiliating.
What terrible irony. Maybe carved it out of a solid piece of wood with a knife. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is very much. I was like, why don't you just make Daedalus be the front of the pantomime cow, and you can just do that. Anyways, but so Daedalus, she asks Daedalus to make this fake bull that she can climb inside and then be climbed on top of. And for some reason, Daedalus doesn't go check with the king on this.
Right.
You think Daedalus would be like, "Hey, I'm new here. I just want to double check something." So the queen asked me for a hollow cow that she can get in and then
be fucked by a cow.
Yeah, I'm like, is this cool with you? Just want to double check. I don't mean to second guess the queen. I'm just new here. Seems like an odd request. I don't really know the queen that well. I'm maybe a little worried about her. But yeah, so Daedalus is just like, ooh, a challenge. So he makes this wooden cow, and I guess they wheel it out in the field. This isn't too explicit. It's just kind of yada yada yada. Pasiphae gave birth to the Minotaur, a creature with the body of a man in the face of a bull.
I like yada yada yada. One thing led to another.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of romance involved at this point. It's just you can draw your own weird pictures, folks. Do not send them to us.
Oh, please do.
Especially not at @saintmissbehavin
@gmail.com.
saintmissbehavinpod@gmail.com.
Oh my god, you didn't say it right earlier again.
Behavin. There is one. You know what? Forget it. Anyway,
if you tried to get Saint Misbehavin and it hasn't, it's already been used.
Yeah. Now I'm afraid that whoever owns saintmissbehavin@gmail is going to get a lot of pictures of. Like, here's what I think happened.
This is not the weirdest thing we've asked people to send either, so
I don't know.
Maybe
it's up there.
But it does seem like we've got a hate campaign against this guy. Have you emailed saintmisbehavin@gmail.com? Maybe you should just be like, just as a heads up, we have a podcast by this name and we keep getting our own email address wrong. So if you're getting any weird, really fucking weird spam, it's our bad, and I'm sorry, and can we see it?
And if you're getting any hate mail from people who are upset how we talk about saints, I apologize for that too. Yeah, so she gives birth to the Minotaur.
Is she wearing the cow costume when she gives birth?
Probably not. Also, in the same way that last month where somebody gave birth to a two-headed man, I'm saying difficult birth to give birth.
Definitely.
To a bull-headed kid.
Yeah.
So
yeah, logistically, that's not. I mean, if the model womb that my sisters had was simulating that birth, that would have been even more traumatic.
Indeed.
Oh, how prescient that I brought that up.
Indeed. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. There's so many logistical issues with.
I mean, having sex with a cow in the first place.
It's a bad place to be. I don't know. Why are we dwelling on this?
Well, I feel like we owe it to this lady to have learnt some lessons on her behalf, so no one ever has to do this again.
Yeah.
And logistical issues, I think, are the sticking point.
Yeah. So So Pasiphae, kind of before we move on to the Minotaur and everything like that, I just want to say Pasiphae is a witch. She's a mistress of magical herb arts in the Greek imagination, and she's also kind of a minor deity that was worshipped in a number of places in ancient Greece rather.
So does that mean that she was able to do like her own epidural or something?
Yeah, I think she's probably all right, I guess.
Yeah.
So according to one account, she placed a fidelity charm on Minos. So after Pasiphae had sex with the bull, Minos was like, well, if this is an open marriage now,
yeah,
I have a shark I want to have
Poseidon,
sex with.
send me a pig.
Yeah, no, he was just like, I'm going to go sleep with other women too. And she was like, no, that's not what this was about. And because ultimately this was your fault for being a stingy bull guy. Anyways, but so she placed a fidelity charm on Minos.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. Sure, yeah, why not? That he would ejaculate serpents, scorpions, and centipedes, killing any unlawful concubine.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
See, when you said when you started that sentence, I was like, good for her. That, you know, that's a fun, ridiculous thing. And then it was like, oh no, but they'll kill the women. And it's like, oh, that's.
It's like, oh, that's a love potion. What classic mythology? Like this is the kind of wholesome,
adorable thing that people love to learn about.
And it's like, no, this guy is coming creatures and killing any, poor woman that he's had sex with outside of marriage. She, of course, had a protective verb so she could lay with Minos with impunity. So I think the first time that you ejaculate a centipede, you're kind of put off sex for a while.
Okay.
But that's just me. And that's kind of Pasiphae. And then again, she had her own things going on.
So very much not a pacifist.
No, exactly. Yeah. She was very much doing some weird shit. So, and Pasiphae's still out there because she's immortal.
So let's hope she's not listening.
Yeah, good for you.
I was going to say as well, like, bull semen is meant to be a very, like, valuable thing. But clearly... Like, in agriculture, I guess. Like, you sometimes hear of people trading bull semen for lots of money. I don't know. My cultural reference is very weird. I don't really know. But I've heard of bull semen as like an expensive commodity. But clearly it has some weird side effects, is all I'm saying.
And then it makes minotaurs.
Yeah. And makes ladies crazy jealous. I don't know.
So now Minos had the problem of a minotaur.
He has quite a lot of problems now.
Yeah. The word minotaur derives from ancient Greek and is a compound
bull
of the name
Minos.
Minos and a tar, whatever.
Like Taurus, like the
Taurus,
star sign.
So it's translated literally as the bull of Minos. In Crete, the minotaur was known by the name Asterion.
Yeah.
What Asterios? What do you say?
I thought it was Asterius, but again, that was from Hades, so the game.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean Asterion, Asterios. It's probably
similar. Well, it's probably just like in Greek they have declensions, which is where the end of the word, like of a word, changes depending on, like the end of a noun changes on whether it's the object or the subject.
I see.
So it could be to do with that.
All right. I don't know my Greek that well.
Fun fact for you there. That was a good bit of real knowledge that I just had.
The fact was so fun. I struggled to remain conscious while you were saying it.
Well, I thought it was a fun fact. It may have just been a fact.
Yeah, let's not go Lily here. So Pasiphae nursed the Minotaur, but he grew in size and became ferocious. As the unnatural offspring of a woman and a beast, the Minotaur had no natural source of nourishment, and thus devoured human beings for sustenance. It's a weird thing to go right to human beings,
especially because you're half human being yourself.
Right. I mean, this is no. I mean, what I guess like you start out and you're just like, I don't know, bread. You like bread?
Also, hang on, but like cows drink milk, and so do humans who drink also cow's milk. So surely they have a lot of food sources in common. And in fact, cows are not carnivores.
Good
so,
point.
Like, I don't think that this is a good justification, really.
I think that the Minotaur had a lot of problems.
His diet was one of the smaller ones.
Well, it's a pretty big problem, I guess. So, I mean, I don't know. It does seem weird that he would suddenly turn into a cannibalistic or half cannibalistic creature because, cows aren't. I mean, humans aren't carnivore. Well, humans are carnivore. Humans aren't cannibals.
They're not cannibals mostly.
And cows are herbivores exclusively. So, like, why?
Anyway. It does not make sense.
I think the Minotaur had a lot of anger in him, and he was acting out because,
dysfunctional
he had a hard
parents.
life. Yeah. So he developed a taste for human flesh. And
the natural conclusion to difficult parents.
It's a curse. It's called a curse, Anna. What do you want? It's gonna, you know what? It's gonna get bad before it gets better. The gods do not fuck around. It's like,
well, they do. Well, in terms of fidelity, but yeah.
Well, in terms of like curses, they're really they're really on it with like consequences upon consequences. Minos followed the advice of the oracle at Delphi and had Daedalus construct a giant labyrinth to hold the Minotaur.
That's kind of fun because his good piece of work in making the cow costume led to more work in getting to do a maze. So sorry, labyrinth. So like it's like when you do a trial spot at a comedy night, if you do really well, you might get paid the next time. It's like a similar thing.
I think this is more of a punishment for Daedalus. It's like, you made what for who? Okay, well now this is your fucking mess and you got to clean it up.
Okay, fair enough. But, you know, it was Minos' mess first place.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of blame to go around here. But yeah, it is Minos who really, he's like, well, lesson learned. Now I have a horrible half-bull son that I have to deal with.
Stepson, kind of, I guess.
Yeah. So he has Daedalus build this labyrinth. The labyrinth is near Minos' palace. There's this giant labyrinth. It is, you know, it was said to be so complex that no one could figure it out. So the idea is that the Minotaur will never escape. Which I'm like, also does that is Cage. Just Cage? Simplest solution.
Inventing something way more complex than you need. Yeah.
I mean, no one's saying that the labyrinth isn't fun.
Maybe it could have just been a cave cage within a labyrinth. Then you got the double whammy of extra security and still a lot of stress for Daedalus.
Yeah. So there are some accounts that say that because Daedalus built the cow, and also or alternately because Minos wanted to keep the secret of the labyrinth. Yeah. He imprisoned Daedalus and Icarus inside the labyrinth.
Oh. Okay.
Which again, if you're Icarus, you're like, why am I involved in this? This was not me.
Yeah. Poor Icarus.
He's just like, I'm just hanging out, minding my own business. My dad's the guy who's fucking shit up here.
Yeah. Also, clearly I couldn't have invented that cow. I'm dumb.
Yeah. But the other story is that Crete conquered Athens, and as part of
in the meantime,
Crete had conquered Athens, and as part of the tribute that Athens had to, as part of the loss, and that they had to pay tribute to Crete of 8 children every year to be fed to the Minotaur.
Grim.
Yeah. So when the third sacrifice approached, so the third time that they had to send children to to die at the Minotaur, Theseus, who was the son of the king of Athens, volunteered to go and slay the monster.
The OG Katniss Everdeen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I think that lady just stole a bunch of stuff.
What?
That lady, whoever wrote...
Yeah, I see. Yes, I was about to say this whole thing of every year they send children. It's like, wonder what this sounds like.
The author of The Hunger Games was like, say, that sounds like a fun premise for a book.
Yeah.
He promised his father, Aegeus, who's the king of Athens, that he would put up a white sail on his journey back home if he was successful, but would have the crew put up a black sail if he was killed in Crete. So, in Crete, Minos' daughter, Ariadne, fell madly in love with Theseus. So, the children were brought to the court and saying, like, here's these 8
when
kids.
We say children, how old was Theseus meant to be at this point?
I think he was a teenager.
Okay.
So I think, we'll say like teenager. We'll say Katniss Everdeen age. You know. So imagine Jennifer Lawrence, but a boy. So they were brought to the court, and one of Minos' children, Ariadne, fell in love with Theseus and wanted to help him navigate the labyrinth. So in some accounts, she goes to Daedalus and says, Daedalus, you invented this labyrinth. I don't want this guy that I just met and I'm totally in love with to die. How can you save him? Like, I want to save him. What can you do? And Daedalus, always a problem solver, never really think about the consequences of, again, pissing off the king, is like, okay, I'll give you this ball of thread. Yeah. And if he just trails us behind him, he can find his way back out. Pretty classic stuff. So...
We've all heard that bit.
Yeah. I'm sorry. According to various classical sources and representations, Theseus killed the Minotaur with his bare hands, a club, or a sword.
Okay.
Maybe all three. Maybe neither.
You start with the club, knock him out,
yeah.
Stab him with the sword, and then finish him off, wringing his neck.
Yeah. Just make sure he's good and dead. Just hold him underwater.
So there water in the labyrinth?
I don't know. It's all kinds of stuff in the
Probably.
labyrinth.
Yeah, there's obstacles, isn't there?
And then it says he led the Athenians out of the labyrinth, and they sailed away with Ariadne from Crete.
Oh, but they forgot to change the sail, didn't they?
No.
No?
I guess they probably had the white sail. I don't know. Well,
I
let's
thought
see.
there was a thing of like they had the wrong sail, and then Theseus's dad saw the boat with the wrong sail and killed himself. I thought that happened.
Well, let me get to it.
Okay.
On the way home, Theseus abandoned Ariadne on the island of Naxos and continued on to Athens.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah. Thanks for your help. Hope you enjoy Naxos.
It's not you, it's me. Bye.
Yeah. I don't know what. Is that a nice place?
Well, it's a Greek island, isn't it? So.
Oh, it's a source of emery for emery boards.
Oh, okay. I
'cause
thought they
it's
were just made of sand.
It's a rock-rich corundium, which is until modern times was one of the best abrasives available. Anyways, so she always had nice nails. So he continued on to Athens, and he neglected to put up the white sail. King Aegeus, from his lookout on Cape Saroon, I don't know, King Aegeus,
King Jesus.
King Aegeus, from his lookout, saw the black-sailed ship approach, and presuming his son dead, committed suicide by throwing himself into the sea named after him. And this got Theseus the throne. So it's a pretty good trip for Theseus. He kills the Minotaur. He
doesn't have to get into a relationship.
Yeah,
and then gets to be king of.
Exactly. Yeah. Do you think he tricked Ariadne to get off the boat? Just we're just gonna stop in Naxos for a couple hours, and we're gonna go. And then as soon as she went off to just checking out the town.
Yeah.
He jumped back on the boat, sailed away.
Probably. And then in his haste to get away, didn't change the sail.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's a bit odd though, because surely naturally the sails would be more likely to be the white sails in the first place.
It does feel like you'd have to go out of your way to put black sails out.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah. Anyways.
Plot hole.
I mean, again, he's dumb, and I mean, maybe they were we didn't even pack the white sails. We didn't think you'd live. The captain, the crew is just we're really sorry. Really, I mean, honestly, come on. We've done this. This is the third time we've done this. We've had no survivors.
Yeah.
We really thought.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So that's on us. Also, the king, well, I don't know. Anyways, but
go on. Finish the thought. Go on. I'm intrigued.
No, well, I was just he could have killed himself after the ship, just asking what happened to his son, Just double check, That's what I'm saying. Just double check.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
When you assume, you make an ass out of you and me,
or a dead drowned guy.
Yeah. You get a sea named after you. When you assume, you get a sea named after you and me. I don't know. Anyways.
Nice.
So Minos found out that Daedalus helped Ariadne.
Yeah.
And helped and thereby helping the Athenians escape and killing the Minotaur, which I guess he'd grown to or was it's kind of cool to have around.
I guess it's a fleck to be send us your children to get eaten.
Yeah.
And they don't have that anymore.
Yeah. So either way, Daedalus and Icarus end up in the labyrinth.
Imprisoned in there.
So they're just imprisoned in the labyrinth, and so they're stuck in there, and they can't escape because if they try to even if they could get out of the labyrinth, which Daedalus probably can.
I was going to say he would know of all the people. He would know.
Yeah. So he knows. So oh my god.
Wait, did you say? Oh wait, because they're already in there, aren't they?
Well, so in some accounts, Daedalus is put in the labyrinth because he helped Pasiphae build the wooden bowl, and also to keep and in some accounts he's put in the labyrinth to keep the secret of the labyrinth.
Yeah,
so but nobody knows how to get out.
But in that account, he can't have helped Ariadne because
right.
How
but in other accounts, he's put in there because he helped Ariadne. And helped Theseus escape and helped them kill the Minotaur.
Okay.
So either way,
he's ending up in
Daedalus and Icarus end up in the labyrinth.
Yeah,
so
but to be fair, got a fair amount of beef to eat. For a while.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what they're eating in the labyrinth. That's a good point.
Man beef.
But, yeah, man beef. Ew.
Do you think the Minotaur is where beefcake came from? The concept of a beefcake came from?
You know what? I'm going to say yes, so we can move on. I don't want to think about it.
Fair enough.
So they're trapped in the labyrinth, and even though he could probably get out, he couldn't leave Crete by sea, as King Minos was keeping a strict watch on all vessels, forbidding none to sail without being carefully searched. Since Minos controlled the land routes as well, Daedalus set to work to make wings for himself and his son Icarus, using bird feathers of various sizes, thread, and wax.
Were all these things just in the labyrinth too?
Yeah, well, I guess birds would probably be around, right? But I don't know where he got the wax. back. So presumably there's some bees in the labyrinth. Again, I think the labyrinth is supposed to be quite
earwax.
big. Ugh. I don't know. This is a good point. So it's like, I don't know how much stuff he had in the, but apparently he had access to wax and feathers.
And string, thread.
And thread, yeah. So he made these things and he shaped them to resemble bird wings. When both were prepared for flight, Daedalus warned Icarus not to fly too high because the heat of the sun would melt the wax.
Which is a fundamental misunderstanding of how altitude works, right?
Right, yeah. Or too low because the sea foam would soak the feathers and make them heavy.
Right.
So they take flight. They had passed Samos, Delos, and Lebethos.
Islands are these places.
These are islands, yeah.
Yeah.
So they get away from Crete, right? And Daedalus is like, Icarus is behind him and he's like, follow me.
Yeah.
We're gonna take this middle path and we're gonna be safe.
And Icarus is like, oh, what's this over here? The sun.
Yeah. Icarus is like, holy shit, I am flying. This is the best day ever.
Oh, I like Icarus. I like how you've characterized Icarus as just this kind of simple, kind of nice, simple, kind of jockey guy who's just like, just kind of adorable.
Yeah, Icarus is just like, he's just out there trying to have fun.
Yeah.
Just being a kid. His dad's the one who's just like thinking himself into multiple punishments. It's like, his dad's the one that's like murdered his cousin so that he could then and made them be exiled and then also got them thrown into a labyrinth, So yeah. Which in various accounts, like if he's in the labyrinth, if he doesn't help, if he's in the labyrinth with the Minotaur in 2 out of 3 of those accounts.
Yeah.
So they also have to avoid the Minotaur. So he gets so excited to go flying, as anyone would, that he flies a little bit too high and the wax starts to soften.
Yeah.
And the feathers fall off one by one. Losing his wings, Icarus fell into the sea and drowned. Oh.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Daedalus, lamenting his own arts, took Icarus's body and buried it.
He called the island. Did he sort of flutter down, pick him up, and then start flying again? Like,
Anna, I don't know.
just doesn't seem very plausible.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it washed up on a beach and he took it there.
Okay.
I don't know. But he took it and buried it. He called the island near the place where Icarus fell into the sea Icaria in memory of his son.
That's nice.
The southeast into the Aegean Sea where Icarus fell into the water is also called Mare Icarium or the Icarian Sea.
Okay.
In a twist of karma, a partridge, the nephew that Daedalus had murdered, mocked Daedalus as he buried his son.
Oh.
And the fall and death of Icarus is seemingly portrayed as a punishment for Daedalus's murder of his nephew.
Which again, so punishing children for the crime of their parents.
Again, yeah.
Keeps
it's
happening.
Like, here's an adult making their own choices. Meanwhile, here's a child who's been fucked over twice by his dad's crimes. But let's murder that guy. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Anyways.
Also, I like that you mentioned this partridge situation earlier. It was like Chekhov's partridge. He comes back later.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Yeah.
Good storytelling job there. Well done.
Thank you. It means that I think that implies that the partridge has been falling around just being like, just laughing every time he gets fucked up. Like, you idiot. He's just like walking along the edges of the labyrinth at the top, just like watching him get lost. Like, this is great.
Very vindicated because he was the smart one, right?
Yeah, exactly. He's like, that kid, I wouldn't have flown too high. Also, the thing about the myth of Icarus that a lot of people know that, like, he wasn't supposed to fly too high, and that is ultimately what kills him. But I think the thing that's left out,
it's like a metaphor for arrogance kind of thing.
It's a metaphor for arrogance, getting above your raising or, But, like, the other thing is, like, if he flew too, like, I think it's often left out that if he flew too low, that also would have been a death sentence, right? So if he was too cautious, say, and he flew too low, then he would also die. So, like, it's one of those things where, like, people have
misinterpreted the lesson.
Yeah, they in popular culture, it's like, hey, don't be too full of yourself. Don't try too hard, right?
Yeah.
Don't try to get out of your particular class or whatever.
Yeah.
But what it is more like, no, you need to
life is fraught and full of danger.
Yeah, exactly.
And you got to tread the middle path.
Yeah. So that's exactly it. Like, there's a middle path between being an asshole.
Yeah.
And like being overly ambitious and being frightful and full of fear and flying too low and not like, then you just need to find that middle path. And that's the real lesson of Icarus. And
Matthew, I'm so touched because I feel like you've tailored this choice of legend just for people like us who
Yeah.
are so afraid of being cocky that we are self-deprecating to a
Exactly.
fault.
Yeah. So don't be so hard on yourself, but then also,
Aw,
don't be
that's
too
so
soft.
lovely.
I think that's a good lesson out there for anybody.
Yeah.
Anna. Anybody at all.
But also very targeted.
Hey, you know what? Since we're the only people who will hear
Who
this.
listen anyway. Yeah, very true.
So anyways, after burying Icarus, Daedalus traveled to Camicus in Sicily, where he stayed as a guest under the protection of King Cocalus. Cocalus?
Who?
Cocalus.
Is that the king
Cocalus?
of Italy?
The king of Sicily.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Daedalus built a temple to Apollo and hung up his wings as an offering to the god.
So it's also an interesting thing because everyone is like, oh yeah, humans can't fly. Like if you have a discussion about whether humans can fly, and it's like, well, Icarus tried that and he died, but it's like, but actually Daedalus successly made that journey.
Yeah, exactly.
And the wings didn't break. So
yeah.
But it is interesting because all the other inventions that are attributed to him, apart from the labyrinth, I guess, but they are things that we still have.
Yeah.
Whereas these wings, obviously that's not. I mean, until we all get jetpack, it's not it's not something we have access to.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you can find labyrinths that are around.
We should
see
if someone will. Yeah, I was about to say we should see if some maze will sponsor us.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, he successfully flew. It's just
Yeah.
Icarus just wasn't as thoughtful. He's not as methodical in Daedalus, who is always thinking methodically whether it's about flying or murder. He's really making a wooden bowl, a wooden sex bowl, or sex cow, I should say.
Yeah, I guess so, because the lady cow.
Yeah.
Sex cow. I'm a sex cow.
Stop. I'm making that my ringtone for whenever you call me.
Oh dear.
It's the sex cow calling. Meanwhile,
that's kind of fun because when you sing that song, "Horny, Horny, Horny," or when one sings that song, it sounds a bit like you're mooing, like "Horny, Horny, Horny." It sounds a bit like a moo sound. You know what I'm saying?
I have no idea what that song is.
You've not heard the song "Horny, Horny, Horny"?
Why? No, and I don't really care to seek it out either.
Oh my god! Just bear with me a second.
No, I'm not gonna bear with. Come on, we got.
It's
stuff
just
to
a
do.
song. Don't be scared of people expressing their sexuality.
I'm not scared of it.
I think you are.
Disappointed in terrible songs.
Well, I'm going to play you a bit of it, but also I feel like you need to watch this video because it would be a good one for video. Comedy killed the video star. Okay, can you hear this?
I can hear it, yeah.
Okay. Have you really not heard that before?
No. Why would I? Does it feel like this
honey,
is a British...
honey.
Why
okay,
is is he in a limo? Where is
it's
he?
really. You should have watched it from the beginning. There's a rabbit.
I saw the rabbit. What is this mousy tea featuring hot and juicy horny 98? Jeez, I was in college in 98. I missed horny. Anyways, all right. Well,
you're very welcome.
Whatever. Okay, so I got a baby I gotta look after. Come on, I don't have your horny music. Okay. Meanwhile, while Daedalus was cooling his heels in Sicily, Minos was searching for Daedalus.
Oh, okay.
And he thought, I know how to find Daedalus. He decided to travel to city by himself, I guess, or personally.
Is he gonna pretend to be an invention enthusiast? I'm Daedalus's biggest fan. I want to. Anyone seen any inventions around?
Yeah. No. Anybody invent any new way to cut wood? Maybe a chisel.
Is there any maze in town? I'm really keen on doing mazes, so.
He just going town to town looking for really looking for just a really big labyrinth.
Anyone got any sex cows?
Yeah. Daedalus is sex cows.
Also, hey, want to see a trick? I can wank bugs.
That's terrible. So he presented a spiral seashell. So Minos traveled from city to city with a riddle. That's how he was going to figure out, he was going to trick Daedalus out with a riddle.
But hang on, he knows what Daedalus looks like.
Right.
So if he got to the point where he was asking him the riddle, then...
Well... Yeah, I don't know. Well, let's just follow this.
This is a dumb plan. Okay.
It's a dumb plan.
And yet, I feel like Daedalus is going to fall for it.
He's going to fall for it, yeah. Don't worry about it. So he goes from city to city. He presents a spiral seashell and a fine string from his wife's finest, one of his wife's finest gowns or whatever. Just a really string. And he asks for the string to be run through it.
Right.
Okay. So when he reaches Sicily, King Cocalus, knowing Daedalus would be able to solve the riddle, accepts the shell and gives it to Daedalus. Daedalus ties the string to an ant, which is lured by a drop of honey at one end to walk through the seashell, stringing it all the way through.
Yeah.
with the riddle solved, Minos realizes that Daedalus was in the court of the king of King Cocalus and insisted that he be handed over.
Right.
So
And
Cocalus
Daedalus did not see that this was a trap. He didn't ask where the shell came from.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's also
But
funny.
also,
it's just
surely there could have been someone else who was smart enough to solve that riddle.
you would think, but apparently Daedalus is the smartest guy.
The only one. Okay.
And he invented the axe. All right.
And the sex ball. Let's not forget.
Yeah, exactly. He's got so many patents for different things, and he also created glue. That's a big one on his. I don't know. Before that, they didn't know how to stick stuff together. It was
Surely, instead of wasting good honey, he should have just got the pee of a diabetic to put at the end of the shell.
Well, he was so angry at his nephew still that he couldn't even stand to look at pee.
Death wasn't enough.
Yeah. So
That was a pretty smart
Cocalus.
callback.
Yeah. Cocalus agreed to hand over Daedalus,
Oh no.
but
What a
convinced
traitor.
Minos to take a bath first. I should say.
I think you need to cool off, buddy.
Hey, you know what? I am gonna get Daedalus out here. You got nothing to worry about. Hey, why don't you go relax in this really nice bath we have?
It's definitely not filled with corrosive poison.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I forget to mention this, but like it mentioned that Daedalus had built a very impressive bathhouse. I think either in Athens or in
okay.
Crete. So
Right.
he'd probably built this other bathhouse as well.
Yeah.
In the bath, and there are different versions of this, but in the
Right.
in the bath, Minos has boiling hot water poured on him
Okay.
from like a grate in the ceiling. And in some versions, Cocalus's daughters kill Minos because they love Daedalus.
Right.
In some, Cocalus kills Minos to defend Daedalus, and in some, Daedalus kills Minos himself, which
Okay.
makes more sense because Daedalus would be very familiar with the inner workings of the bath, having
Yeah.
created it and whatnot.
Okay.
So basically, Daedalus kills Minos.
With boiling water.
Yeah.
Again, I feel like all these people keep falling for kind of obvious traps.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we'll give you your enemy to kill, but first, what about a nice bath?
Yeah, I mean, let's just stop for a moment. We'll all drink a cup of not poisoned tea. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's like the classic thing. It's hubris. That's the thing. If there's anything we learn from the story of Daedalus is that, pride and hubris will be your downfall. So, indeed. Because it was pride that made Daedalus kill his nephew. It was, and also create a sex cow. I don't know. So, it was pride that made Minos not sacrifice the bull.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Definitely.
So, yeah. So, that's kind of the last story about Daedalus. I guess he lived the rest of his life in Sicily.
Did he
The
carry
Greek
on
colony-
inventing or murdering?
What?
Did he carry on inventing things after this point or just murdering? Because he's now done 2 killing.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I mean, also Daedalus is said to have invented a number of weapons as well.
Yes.
So, but this is Daedalus. He lived the rest of his life on Sicily, apparently founding the Greek colony of Gela in the southwest coast of Sicily. And I guess he just lived
That was
there the rest
like
of
his
his life.
retirement island.
Sad, presumably making, or like alleged,
With only his money for comfort.
a company like apparently making clay statues of a boy with wings over and over again, just obsessively.
Oh.
Just sad about his son that he lost. So yeah.
Oh, well, I was going to say, sounds like overall bit of a bell end, but then you ended on a poignant note.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad.
Well, he's like, he focused on the wrong things. He was, he forgot that his greatest invention
Was
his
his
son.
child. And
Yeah.
Lost
Think about
sight of
that.
that.
Reflect
Oh.
on that.
This is very personal for you, isn't it, Matthew?
It
We had
is.
the thing about not flying too high or too low, and now
Right.
your greatest gift to the world is your child.
Yeah. Your most precious invention, and that is why I put wings on Tavish. We're jumping
Is that
off the
just
roof.
to make him easier to carry?
Yeah. If only he could float. Ugh. Maybe if I attached him some kind of helium apparatus.
You'd
that would
need
kinda-
so much helium, no
so
offense.
much helium. Oh my god.
Oh.
Anyways, so yeah, what did you think about this tale, Anna? Was this sufficiently epic?
It
or
was
heroic?
very epic. There was a lot packed in, I think. It was a fun tale,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, a lot of gods being bastards again.
Yeah.
Some twists that I knew were coming, and others that didn't see coming, I guess.
Did you not see the?
A lot of bugs that I did not see
Ejaculating
coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
Very few people see that coming. No pun intended there. But yeah,
But for those who do, it's very traumatic. Yeah.
it is upsetting. Yeah, I think that. Do you think Daedalus is a hero then, or?
I guess with the classic construction of a hero, they often have sort of tragic flaws.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a lot of gifts, but had too much going against him, or like his gifts were the source of his downfall as well, because he didn't. Yeah, you're right. He focused kind of on the wrong things and didn't, lost sight of how much good he could have done for the world by inventing some really bad shit.
or how he could have just worked with his nephew and made great things instead of murdering a boy.
Yeah, that would have been a better invention. Would have been cooperation.
Yeah, if only he'd invented teamwork. Then the sky's
none of this would have happened.
Yeah.
I mean, there would have still been a few things that happened, but yeah, maybe there would have been no Minotaur.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised that partridge didn't rat out Daedalus to King Minos when King Minos was looking for. I know what Daedalus is.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
Anyways,
but yeah, I mean, it's clearly epic because it's the basis of the Hunger Games in a way.
I think,
and probably a lot of other books. To be fair,
if we didn't have this, we wouldn't have the Hunger Games, and isn't that the pinnacle?
That's Daedalus's greatest invention.
Yeah, I know, right? Young adult novels.
Yeah,
I read all 3 of those books. I don't think they're good.
I watched the films, so as you know, I'm less cultured than you.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah,
I don't think I saw any of the movies.
Oh, okay. Well. Yeah, maybe you should have for your research for this episode.
Nah, I don't know that I'm getting anything out of it. I mean, somebody should have flown with some wings, made some wings in that book.
Yeah, that would have been a good homage.
Indeed.
But
well, Anna, thanks so much for sharing this tale.
Matthew, thank you so much for sharing this tale.
Well, thank you for listening, Anna. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you for telling us. Very good research, very colourful, I thought.
Thank you.
I look forward to hearing about the next hero next month.
Yeah, and thanks everybody for listening, and have an epic day.
Bye.
Bye.